Hola and welcome everybody to Monday Night Fire Shrike. So to start off, we get a bit of background. We get sort of like the recap stuff. We get Vesa talking to Qualu and talking to like our wayward illegal spice traders and what have you. And then we get like Vesa dressing up as Captain Zai, poorly at first. um, uh, we get Ashira and Lee, along with the Unannihilated and Dr. Telvono, on like the on Akaton with some stone pillars and a lot of like dust and sand everywhere, and we get them fighting. Lee getting smacked several times by one of these Heishi Sha, that and backing off, and we get Ashira moving her acidic cloud around and throwing arcing surges around at this thing. Maybe we get like a good dramatic pose of Ashira throwing purple lightning at this thing. While in the background you see the Unannihilated and Dr. Telvono fighting the other one, with the Dr. Telvono having grown wings out of his back and flying around trying to shoot at the thing. And
I love Dr. Telvono.
we also get like the Twinkle and Xander on like Sansagoras. We get like Xander with a look in it, like the close-up shot of Xander's face as like he's processing ass loads of data that he and all of like the weird imagery that comes with it, the large group of loyalty androids marching across a bridge, the sort of like voices and pictures of this, that, and the other. We get Twinkle on comms, like talking to his old partner, and now potentially nemesis, maybe. Not entirely certain. Apparently, it certainly seems like it anyway. As they're running back to the ship, we also get Captain Zai and company in on the space station, the Ever, as they sort of like are watching a group of Greys analyze Loyalty-0 as the he seems to be getting hit with a certain amount of information. And then we get like we have an experiment that has gotten loose on one of the subsections. We're going to need your help to get it under control. And then we see like everybody get like Zai and his team gathering by a door before the force field is like gathering before a lift and going down a lift, and then the force field dropping long enough for them to get through, and them entering a subsection. And then we get like the big Fire Shrike logo across the top, and we come back in on Vesa. So Vesa, you are prepping to try to go down to Akaton, but you are also trying to find out more information about this world's Akaton. There is a downtime activity that whoever is running your science station right now is going to need to do. It's going to take him some time. It's going to take him a day. He can do what's called world analysis or world mapping. So what world analysis will do, it does detailed scans of the certain aspects of the world, like the level of technology, level of religion and accord, general alignment, sort of like these sort of numbering factors here. The number of elements that can be analyzed in one day per starship depends on the number of nodes your starship computer has. How many nodes does your starship computer have?
That's a great question. My
I
science
believe you have
officer is
4.
Ashira.
You do have other people who can function as such. I think you put Vector on it.
I
Yeah.
think I did. Okay. Yeah, I think I've got 4 notes. Let me make sure.
Um,
Here. We wrote it all out. Um,
Still be on the map, right?
you can learn. Hmm?
yes, I've got 4 notes.
Yeah, 4 nodes. So you can analyze. He can analyze up to 4 basic general information features in one day with a check.
Okay.
It's going to learn basic information, the most populous threat species, the world's relative level of magic. If you exceed by 5 or more, might learn more detailed information. What this is going to be is it's going to be a computer's check. Let me see where the. Okay, at the end of the day, okay, never mind. You attempt a separate skill check for each element you're trying to learn more about. So
Okay.
each element depends on, or the skill depends on the element. So
Okay.
let's see, alignment would be a culture check, engineering would be a level of technology, life science for sapient and threat species, mysticism for level of magic or religion, physical science for large settlements, and that's the and that's kind of the thing there.
All
So
right.
based
So,
on that,
uh,
what do you want Vector to look
I
into?
I want him to
What's
roll physical science for the thing you said, the last thing you said. I'm sorry.
So physical science, that's going to be for large settlements. That's going to be detecting uh, large settlements.
Okay.
Okay, he can do 3 more.
And then, let's do. He's not going to do well on life science, but let's do the life science check. Um, did he have to roll something in computers as well?
No,
Okay.
this is going to be based on, because you added the scanning sensors, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, he could roll for mysticism, but oh, did we already do life science? We did. So physical science,
Mysticism
life science.
is trained only, so if he doesn't have any ranks in it, he can't roll it.
Okay. All right.
So is life science.
He does have no. He does not have ranks in life science, so never mind
Okay.
on that one. Can I help him with that?
You could actually. Uh, no. Well, you could make a call. You could have other people make checks because you do have 4 nodes, so you could have up to 4 different people researching them. You say,
Okay.
depending on what
So
their skill sets are.
yeah, let me have a
Captain,
peek here.
or I mean,
Yeah.
Jester, because she has 2 ships, could she do it on each ship?
Uh, uh, Potentially, if you launch the other ship, yes, but
It was just a question, sir. Sorry.
does the other ship have
The other?
the system scanners as well? The system scanners as well. Systems.
Mm,
I don't remember. I need to look at that. I want Ducey to run the life, not the life science, the mysticism check. He's skilled there. So I'd like
Okay.
Ducey to help him with that. So let me run that one. So we've got physical science and mysticism.
Okay.
Life science. Who would be okay with life science? Maybe I can convince. Jesus, why do we all suck at this? Hold on, let me look. Qualu?
Walu's pretty cool at lots of.
Yeah, Qualu sucks at life science though.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What about Ashton?
Ashni's not great at it either. Plu. How's Plu doing?
No, he's not.
What is. Plu sucks at that too. Scramjet?
Who's your doctor?
I can't remember. I have to look at the notes again. Scramjet doesn't have any there. Let me look at my notes real fast. Crew assignments.
Vector doesn't even have any life signs. It's fucking crazy.
Well, Vector is very focused. He's an SRO. He's focused on making SROs better.
It's okay, sir.
I can't remember who my doctor is. I didn't make
I don't
any
think you
notes
have.
about that.
Check Kolnak just to see if he's got anything in life sciences. I don't think he does.
Okay.
You also have Nick
Oh,
Kivo, and I don't remember if he's got any. And I'll check Nerks.
Oh, I'll look at Nick Kivo. My bad.
my medical officers are Vector and Qualu. You got Nick Tivo. You said, who was the other person you said?
Nick Kivo has 3 ranks.
Yeah, let's have him do life science.
Yeah, because it's one of the things that Nerks actually doesn't know how to do.
She doesn't? Alright, so we'll
Yep.
have Nick Kivo do that. Oh, we both rolled, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's not
Can
bad.
we use Commodores? And I can do one
Captain.
more. What was the third?
There's a culture is one of the other roles because culture
That should definitely be you.
it would
Yeah,
be
I'm gonna
level.
roll my
Culture would be like alignment or level of accord.
Yeah,
Engineering would be level of technology.
let's roll an engineering. I'm not too worried about. Well, hold on. No,
So you've done.
I'm gonna roll culture, and then I get a. Hang on.
All
So
right.
Kolnak would be who you probably want to do if it was in.
So 42 for culture.
That's four nodes here, so the 4 nodes are already used with the
Yeah, that's
culture
fine.
check. The culture
That's
check.
Nice.
All right, so basically, it looks like the large settlements, for the most part, follow a lot like what Akaton does. Where in your universe, there seems to be a couple of other ones here and there. That there's some of the major ones seem to be in the same place. Looks like there might be minor ones in different places. There are a couple of places that you never looked on Akaton to see if there were any major things going on that there seems to be here. But there's, it's, but you're not, like, as far as it goes, it looks like the variance is relatively small in terms of like that, in terms of where the settlements are at. As far as level of magic, it seems to be about standard for what Akaton on your universe is. And as far as life science, you're pretty much picking up that it's sort of a very similar. If anything, it's maybe slightly more diverse than the Akaton that you're used to from your universe. There seems to be several species there that you don't find in anywhere near the numbers in your universe. Like Akaton in your universe, there's a lot of Shobods, humans. There's, several Kasathans who immigrated there. There's, a whole hive market of Isekai. There's, a few other people here and there, but by and large, you don't find a ton of like, um, you find like a diverse enough crowd, but like, it seems like it's a bit more diverse here. Like there's a few more life signs for like Vesk or for Vesk or maybe Shirin or elves or dwarves here than particularly elves. Like there's a lot more elves here than there like um, one would assume that a number of elves like displaced from Castrovel perhaps.
Right.
Um,
Right.
Culturally, your culture check confirms a lot of what you were here. Qualu dug up on Jur and Addix's computer and your interviews of them, but it's a bit more nuanced. Um, going through like sort of the this infosphere and like what references and stuff are, different blog posts, news items, and what have you, various videos on social media sites and what have you. You're finding out that not only did this used to be under the Queen of Storms' control, but now that the Queen of Storms is deceased, there are a number of other people trying to take control of it, much like you'd heard. Obviously, the Queen of Venom supposedly has agents there that are working behind the scenes. It's said that the Queen of Fury has tried to put out a great deal, exert a certain amount of force to gain a foothold in the Pact Worlds. Um, the Queen of Chaos doesn't seem to have anything going on here, at least not recently anyway. The there are a couple of pirates that are trying to take up the there are a couple of pirates trying to take up the name of the Queen of Storms, and one or two that are trying to take it up as the King of Storms, that are
Oh, gross. We're not going to let that happen anyway. Yeah.
that are active on this planet.
Mhm.
They're there's a lot of them that claim, a lot of like gangs and back alleys where some gang member, big shot, thinks he or she is gonna make their name for themselves by becoming the new. There are some, however, who have some real fucking pull, have a certain amount of like influence. There's a couple of, at least one of which, it's rumored that at least one or two of Ashira's former like lieutenants have tried to take the mantle of Queen of Storms, and there is I'm trying to think. Other than that, this place has become sort of a de facto drop-off point for a lot of discontent. They're refugees from the Pact Worlds who are discontent that the Pact Worlds are doing nothing about the Queens. There are refugees from Castrovel. There are refugees from various different worlds where either the Queens or some other power has taken and disrupted the population. And there's a lot of pirates here, both those that are trying to take on the Queen or King of Storm's mantle, and those who are just here because, well, the broken rock is destroyed, so they have gathered in the one place that has a lack of sufficient organized government to try to control the population of criminals. There's also it's also rumored that the Resistance makes a home base here. And it's also widely believed that the stewards have covert operations going here, trying to manipulate things to where they can bring Akaton into the Pact Worlds, and not let it fall down the rungs of anarchy and chaos that it already is on. So there's a lot of people who have a lot of interest in Akaton right now, and this takes you a full day to come up with this. So there is a lot of interest in this planet right now because it's what happens when there's a power vacuum.
Right. Yeah.
So,
It's a vacuum.
except
neat.
when it doesn't.
I mean, yeah. So is there a way to try, since we're so close to the planet, to try and get a beat on Ashira, like a tracker or anything?
No. Finding an individual person and all on there.
Does anybody have the spell No Coordinate?
No.
Because that would work.
And by the way, gravity is thin here, and the Akaton that you're used to, and I'd say a physical science check was enough to it conforms to Akaton's properties in your world in the sense that the atmosphere is thin, the gravity is 1/3
Mhm.
normal gravity. So it's lighter gravity, and the atmosphere is thinner. So going
Gotcha.
in, you know that you will have an easier time with acrobatics, at least.
Right, that's neat. Um, Ducey's got something called Reality Leap, where he hops through to another spot within range in this reality with a 50% chance to arrive slightly off target.
What
And
is the range on that spell?
that's a great question. I don't know.
It's
I didn't enter
probably
any of this stuff in.
it's probably in character operations, I would imagine.
What was the name of the spell?
Reality Leap. And a few other things. I'm gonna might as well utilize him since I've got him.
Yeah, if you're gonna want to make sure you go through the character operations for him, because he's witch warper, so he uses a lot of
Yeah.
weird shit. Like none of
Yeah.
his stuff is out of
He's also, let's
range.
see here.
It's 400 feet plus 40 feet per level, so no, it's not going to take him direct. It's not going to be able to deposit him anywhere on the world from
He's got,
orbit anyway.
oh shit. He's got parallel form. So I don't know what bonus to the bluff check, but it disguises creatures' forms and equipment and gives targets a bonus to bluff checks to impersonate individuals. So he and I are gonna have a short conversation, and he's gonna hit me with that. That's a what level is that? It's a second level spell. Um, yeah. Let's see here. What else? That's really all I think he could do for me right now. But
Well, it
I don't.
lasts 1 minute per level.
1 minute
Its
per
duration.
level.
Yep.
And he is currently 11. So, which he might be more. I haven't been keeping tabs on any of that, but that's okay. So I won't have him do that yet. But
That's probably going to be
he's
more
gonna.
effective when you get down on planet.
Right. So I'm definitely gonna have Ducey and Grugus come with me. I think I have a limit of 6 total people, right? That I can bring with me
Right.
on the Spitfire. Alright, so I'm gonna bring Ducey and Grugus. Of course, Nurks. Oshni's
Yeah,
coming.
Yeah, Nurse wouldn't even wait for permission. She's
Right.
yeah.
Deja vu.
Scramjet's staying here. Qualu's coming with me. And that's it. That's everybody. And then myself. So Qualu, Oshni, Ducey, Grugus, and Nurks. And we're gonna just take the Spitfire out for a little bit of a joyride. And kind of get a lay of the land. Maybe just poke around and see what we can figure out. See where settlements might be. Maybe we can drop down somewhere and start asking some questions.
So Akaton has a few major settlements. They have. Let me make sure I get these right. Uh, where is yon said thing I need? There's, I believe it's Daza, right? City of Irradiation. Let's see. There it is. Let me go right here. Flipping through different books here. The exciting world of GMing. Flipping through books.
I'm trying to find my notes.
I believe where we at this well. That's Epsilon Station.
You know, as we're doing like a low flyby, do you think that we would be able to see the situation that Ashira might be in?
No. Because it's a planet that's really big. The odds of you flying over the direct spot where she's fighting is really low.
Slim. Yeah, okay.
So there's the hive market, which is where like a lot of isekai gather. It's a small town. It's a town plus trading hub. It's bustling with all kinds of isekai and a few others. There's Ashok, which is a large, uh, very self-sealed civilization of contemplatives. There's Daza, which is it has a reputation for being an irradiated city. It's got a whole bunch of pre-gap machines there that keep the power on, but
Mhm.
also exude a lot of radiation. There's Mara, which is built in the side of the Idea Rift. Um, it's basically a city built into. And then there's the other one. God damn it. Not there, not there, not there. That's not it. And then there's Arl, which is on the Alkari Plateau. And Arl is known for its blood sports. It's known for its arena. It's known for the fact that in your universe, the guy who runs that particular city is more interested in big military shows of force than in doing anything to help his people on an economic or social level.
Gotcha.
You can only imagine that, and from what you can tell, it's fairly the same here, except the there isn't any one person ruling Aklo right now because that was where Ashira had ceded her the Queen of Storms had ceded her power. That was in Arl. Um,
Okay. I don't
so
want to go
that's
there yet.
uh,
Um, I I think we'd like to start in the hive market. We'll
you're
start
starting.
there. We'll kind of have a poke around, talk to some isekai, and I'm gonna tell Ducey, my
Oh, okay.
man, if someone starts to like question this appearance, and I need to be a little bit more Zai-like, I need you to go ahead and hit me with that spell. Just
He's, he's like, hey, we're all about that grift. And he does the
right.
finger guns. He's like, and he's just this cocky smile.
I'll fucking do it right back. Like, yeah.
He's
And
just like,
I
uh,
and I'm gonna take 20 while we're flying down to make sure that I'm all put together and I'm as Zai-like as possible.
all right. I think I think before you leave, like maybe you're getting on board the ship and you've got your team gathered up and you're making sure you're getting ready to board. You get a radio um, from you get a radio from Plu, like, hey, Vesa, um, I don't want to be the bearer of, you know, we got a situation here. You should probably
Straight
come
up.
take. Yeah, can you come down to the mess hall?
Yeah, I'll be right there. And I'll fucking meander over.
Yeah, you
What's this?
it takes you, it's a couple decks down or a couple decks up, but you get there. Um, and Plu just is like, so nobody knows quite how to
I still look like Zai.
handle. He's like, yeah, he's like, wow. He's like, he's like, so nobody's quite sure how to handle this, and he kind of like is like does that thing where he like grabs your hand and starts walking towards the kitchen area. You follow, or you tell him? Oh, okay.
I'm just kind of like, why are we're holding hands? Okay,
Yeah,
we're holding hands.
he's like, um, and he opens the door to the kitchen. He's like, yeah, that's an issue. And he kind of, and you hear something like a lot of noise in the kitchen. Just like a whole,
Oh
yeah,
no! Oh no! I
you,
forgot about him.
you, you enter the kitchen and look around, and you see Pork Chop is just all up in the fucking food pantry. He's got shit scattered all over the place, and he's big.
He's
He's
so
really
big.
big. He's just like, he's kind of, he's just kind of like going to town and like, yeah, I'm I
I'm
figured.
sorry. I
Uh,
thought I had him. I thought he was. Have you been? You haven't been feeding him. No one's been feeding Pork Chop. I'm
he's like,
sorry, buddy. Oh,
well,
buddy.
apparently, I guess he's been feeding
Feeding himself.
himself.
He's been taking care of him. Oh, oh no. So I'm gonna
He's been,
just like,
yeah,
I'm
he's been
gonna,
feeding himself. Yeah.
yeah,
He's just,
I'm gonna grab like a bushel of apples, and I'm gonna like start feeding him apples and also like gently guiding him out of the pantry and be like, well, so Plu, some shit happened and Pork Chop's pretty big. He's a big boy.
I see that.
Right. So I need your help because I didn't even think about this. We've been under a lot of stress, and he was the last thing on my mind, which is terrible because he's wonderful, and I'm just gonna pat his big stupid head, right? Like, and I'm gonna fucking baby talk to him, like, you can't eat all this food, big guy. Like, this is a terrible idea. And I'm gonna hand Plu the bushel of apples and be like, will you please feed him? He's got a home. I will show you where his home is. And I think we put him in cargo, didn't we?
I thought he was
He's
staying
gonna
in your
have to be in a
room.
cargo bay now.
Yeah, that's
well,
right. He's got to be in a cargo bay.
Well, Plu is like, you sure you don't want to take him with you? I mean, it's you stretch his legs, I guess.
I don't. Is there room? Is there actually room
Make
to
a
take
saddle
him?
real quick.
Yeah, you can take him.
I've got a saddle. He's got a saddle. So,
Do you have
yeah.
Do you have a thing that functions for the Atmo and stuff for him? What is that?
Yes,
the
he's
collar?
got a. Yeah, he's got a collar. He's totally
Okay.
hooked up. Yeah,
Awesome.
he's got a saddle and a harness and a collar, and he's got a cute little thing that says Pork Chop around his. It's around his leg, I think, is where we put it. I can't remember because he's got a fucking chunky fucking neck. So I don't think we put the collar on his neck. But I don't remember. But yeah, I will. You buddy, do you want to go for a ride? You'll go for a ride? And I'm assuming
Yeah,
Pork Chop's just like, fuck yes, let's go for a ride.
Yeah, he just like nudges you like hard enough. It makes you take it. You have to like stumble back a little bit, keep your balance, grab like put your hand on the wall or something. Like
Right.
yeah.
Shit. Yeah, we should. I'm sorry. Plu, can you clean this up for me while we
He,
go and handle this?
he's like, yeah, sure. I'll
I
take care of it.
appreciate you. You're the
It's like,
best, and I appreciate you. And I'm sorry that he's so monstrous. Like he's just epically huge, right? Like he stands. I think we set him up to where he stands 5 feet tall at the shoulders. Like he's just
yeah.
an enormous fucking war pig. And also, just for canon, when he goes like charging into battle, fucking Ozzy is gonna play in the background. The war pigs have the power. So, yeah. So I'm just like, come on, buddy. And I'm gonna get him all saddled up and harnessed, and I'm gonna walk him onto the Spitfire and be like, it's a little cramped, I'm sorry, but we've got an extra. So, and then I'm gonna like tell him to sit, and he's gonna plop. Hopefully.
Well, it's not super cramped. I mean, the
Okay.
Spitfire is a light freighter, so but
Yeah.
yeah, he's able to like just chill in the cargo bay or whatever.
Okay,
And,
good. I'm gonna like take the apples with. I will have
Yeah.
taken the apples back from Plu, and I'm just like sitting in the cargo with Pork Chop talking to him for a minute, and I'm just like, we're going on a super dangerous excursion, and I need you to be really, really good. So also, do you remember that thing I taught you where you're supposed to like bite at people? I need you to bite at people if they get sketchy. Like, wait for a hand signal. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't think you do. Maybe don't bite people. Maybe just be a good boy.
it just kind of looks at you like it just kind of looks at you and licks you.
Yeah.
Pork chop is just like you know how to get him to do what you need him to do, but like
Mhm.
telling him ahead of time
He's
probably
not
is a
gonna.
bit of a lot. Yeah, he's not gonna
It's
figure it
gonna
out
be like
until you're
talking
in the
to a
moment.
2-year-old.
Yeah,
Right. It's like talking to an actual dog. Just
he's just like, hmm?
okay.
He's
Yeah.
um
Just be good. We're going on a trip. I love you. You're wonderful. Damn it.
And our favorite rocket ship.
Dang it!
and and I think I want to cut back over real quick to let's cut over to Twinkle and Xander and company. Um, so you guys were headed back to Marixa Republic, right?
Yep.
Try to catch up with some of your contacts. And did you give me the Rulia's piloting role for that?
Yeah, we were only in the drift for like 3 days.
Yeah, okay. So you managed to make it back to like we see the Tempest come out of the drift,
Mm-hmm.
like portal open and the Tempest come out and seals behind. And we see Marixa Prime, Marixa Prime, just sitting there. And of course, you get like the standard communications from ground control, like um, the registry and business, state your registry and business, and da 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 yada yada. Stuff that you're easily able to get past because of your association with both Arturo Aramal, the fact that you guys did buy a certain amount of like licenses, and your connection with the Paperleaf Tea Trading Company. It makes it fairly easy to get through. We kind of get you go like landing in the like on planet and what have you. We get the Tempest sort of landing, and then we drop into the bridge with Twinkle and company, um, where you guys are kind of like, what's the plan? Like, what do you guys? What does this look like? First of all, and second of all, like, you guys, figure out your plan here, how you're going to attack this.
Well, first things first, we're gonna tell Gridge goodbye. Thank him for his help.
Yeah.
His services are no longer needed.
Well, Gridge kind of he's like, you ever need some professional mercenaries and guides again? Give me a call. And he gives you his card.
Of course. And if I ever run into anybody needing some mercs here on Marixa, I know who to tell them to. I know who to send them to.
He goes, he nods and he goes, much appreciated. You're all right.
You ain't too bad yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, send them off. First things first, just to probably put some feelers out to see if we can figure out where Arturo went, because that's part of the reason we were here. Trying to remember. Xander, what did you need here in Marixa?
I don't remember. That's why I was trying to read my notes, and it's not very clear. I don't. Probably the next key, the next part of the key.
Does
Yes.
Mahala remember?
Mahala does not remember.
So
There was partial coordinates, a partial clue, and that's what I remember.
So, to recap, you guys got one piece of coordinates where there is the possibility of finding out more about the Valatesh, that you've also heard referenced as the Valatelesh, or the Valatelesh. There's about 3 or 4 different names, but in addition to Sifter. But there is hints that the Vatalesh or some other powerful weapon might be at these coordinates that you found a piece of. Xander, you have one piece of the code of definition. You, Twinkle, you're fairly certain that there's more than one more piece of the coordinates. You, Xander, know that there's more than one piece of the code out there. You also had learned that there is a organization called the Disciples of Dissolution that have been dogging the steps of the Order of Definition and the Xander line and the Loyalty line for a long time.
Okay. So what does Xander need, Xander?
So.
Plus the
thinking-
plus the Nech Sidaran seem to know something, because if you're right, because Oliver Burns' investigation, that building that was blown up utilized explosives from Nech Sidara.
Mm-hmm. Add them
Okay,
to our
so
list.
research all those different things. Do we have a place to go research all this?
Once upon a time, but then you blew it up.
Oh. Then maybe we can go talk to the dean and take that book and see if we can have a conversation between myself and the dean to figure out if she knows more information to,
Do you trust her?
get a direction. Actually, yeah.
I was gonna say, did you make a copy of the book yet?
Don't look at me.
I've got the book itself
Xander,
and
did
my
you make
note.
a copy of the book yet?
No, I got my notes referencing the book and stuff like that.
We should definitely digitize this book before we do anything.
Well, Xander,
All
We
right,
don't
that
want
might
to, Xander.
take. Okay, I could do that first. That might take me a couple hours, and then I can go see the dean and see what she knows.
If I help, it'll take half that.
Okay.
Yeah, Twinkle would probably suggest something like, yeah, just cut the spine off, run it through a printer. Or a scanner, rather.
Ah, this book is ancient. We can't do that.
No.
There's a way. We
There-
know the way.
It's a musty old book, right?
No. No.
Well, then do the thing where you lay it flat on a piece of glass and destroy the spine that way. By
No.
scanning it piece by piece like that, you know.
That's not how it's done. There's a specific order of operations to preserve the original book and still
And you
make
know I'm
a
just
copy of it.
giving you shit.
I know,
Do what
but
you
you're
gotta
wanting
do.
to destroy a book, and that frustrates me.
I didn't want to do anything
Just
except
destroy an
frustrate
ancient
you.
book.
Didn't want to do anything except frustrate you, and it seems like I've succeeded. So,
Yeah,
I've gotta
you
go talk.
succeeded it. Zafira's even like, oh my god.
I've got to go see a man about a pin.
Man about a pimp.
Pin. P-I-N.
Ooh,
Specifically,
okay.
the pin that Arturo Aramol had on his lapel.
Nice.
Okay, you do that. I'll make a copy of this, and when I'm done making a copy of this, I'll take the copy to go talk to the dean and see if she can point us to the other parts of the coordinates so we can get the rest of the code.
Take Isaki and Bazik with you. I mean, what am I saying? They're gonna be with
What?
you either way.
Exactly.
Well,
the only
hey,
time you weren't with me is when I was in the hole, and that was kind of fun. But, anyways,
Yeah.
all right, we'll leave that as it is then.
Jester, you're muted.
Uh,
There you go.
So, Isaki has been pressing you for details for the last 3 days too. So, what you saw, what you experienced, what you knew, and don't forget you do still have other contacts here as well. because you still have three representatives that you know here, and Special Agent Meffel, and the Paperleaf Tea Trading Company in the personage of Tomic Frickson.
Do I really want to talk to Ristel?
He's Dro, and he's from
Oh.
Netsadara.
Like I said, do I really want to talk to him? Not
You
saying I
have
won't. It's just that I don't want to. Yeah.
You have to.
Well, let's see. If anything, Ristel's snooping around the docks. We're a fresh ship. And more importantly, he knows us and has told us to stay away from Tomic, which we haven't done. So I'm sure I'll be seeing him sooner than later, whether I want to or not. So, there's that.
You're just gonna take the let him
Captain.
come to me approach.
Captain, I'd take Slan with you. Since
Slan
Rex
is
has
a
to,
specialist.
Rex has to, tell the others. He's a good guy.
Twinkle doesn't want to do
I
that
highly
because
recommend
Twinkle has
him.
somewhere to be.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Twinkle doesn't want to do that because Twinkle has someone that is around, and he doesn't want to involve the crew with that.
Oh, okay, that's fine. You do what you have to.
Well, he's thinking.
So,
he's thinking.
I'm thinking halfway of letting What's-His-Face know a little bit and trying to prod that dude about what he knows. And why he's following me so much.
You know. If you know, you know.
Like, I'll kind of inform him that, I'm the keeper of the code and my whole line is the keeper of the, or whatever it was. And the loyalty people are like the defender of the code and whatnot. And let them too, so he can stop being a butthead that he's been for 3 days of pestering me. Be like,
Well,
give him a little bit of.
Isaki is the female of the two.
Yeah.
And Bazik is just a big dumb muscle. Well,
Oh yeah.
muscle.
He
It would
hears
be
anything, he
hilarious.
doesn't really care. But I tell Isiki that just, so this is what down there I met some random dude, and he gave me information to further get this thing done that we were going to do in the first place that you want me to do anyways. But I'm the one of the code. My line has been designated to do that. The loyalty line is the defender of said code, and that's what they're supposed to do. I don't know anything about the loyalty people, or where they're at, or anything about them. If they're still doing what they're supposed to, some of them are being rebellious, and according to that stupid vision, a bunch of them rebel and start fighting and whatever. That's not important. But yeah, that's what was down there. Just a bunch of information.
Yeah, this is she does kind of press you on some specifics about like loyalty line, keeper of the code. Who made who made you defend keeper of the code? Who made the loyalty line the defenders of the code? By whose rules and organization has any of this been set upon?
That's what we're here to find out.
Yeah, that's part of the whole investigation of what we're trying to figure out. Yeah, we're trying to figure that part out. I have like hypothesis of what it could be, but I'm not going to jump to the conclusions without backup to prove my hypothesis as of yet. So, until we gather more information, we're not going to know the specifics on that specific question until we get more evidence to prove it. Okay?
And it's like it just kind of narrows her eyes and a little bit and says, "We'll continue the investigation then." And yeah, just kind of but yeah, you she pretty much had like it looks like she knows that you're not telling her everything, but she's not going to press. She seems to have accepted that this is all she's going to get for right now. You've learned that she kind of does that thing where she'll get what she can out of you, and then she'll wait to get more out. Like she's definitely seems to be one of those that's willing to play the long game in terms of finding out what they need to find out. So,
Well, the thing is with her, over time, it started out where I would do less and less at the beginning. And as time progressed and they showed they're worthwhile to not fuck me over, I give them more information.
right there.
Okay.
All right.
You're so trusting.
I'm gonna let Rex know. I'm gonna have Rex try and get in touch with Tomek. Let Tomek know we are back in town and we would like some help with some more info. I'm sure I will meet Restel as soon as I step foot off this ship because that's just the kind of person he is. And I'm sure Warp
Agreed.
is going to be showing his ugly mug sooner than later. I will take... Slan or Rogo? Let's take Slan. Yeah.
Slan's a xenoarchaeologist, so he's going to understand a lot more of the conversation going
Oh,
on.
I'm thinking of who would I rather have in a fight, honestly. Probably the person I trust more.
Oh, I get you. Yeah.
Well,
Because,
and
again...
Slan is it's your fault he's here.
Hey, Zai, you're not here right now. Stop saying things like that.
Okay.
Mahala
Sorry,
can say
sir.
that shit, and then I can go, did I ask you? And
Yeah.
she'll go, no. And I say, no what? No, sir. Actually, she'd probably just start with no, sir, because that's the kind of... I was going to call her radish she is, but she's not a radish. None of them are. We just decided to call them that because of one person in particular, not naming names.
Yep.
He was a radish, though.
I mean,
So
true.
saying none of them are is factually incorrect.
I mean, fair. Wonder what he's up to, and if, you know...
I wonder that too.
Evil and
Probably
spreading
nothing good.
chaos.
Probably
Probably some pretty nefarious shit.
Oh yeah, I
See-
mean, he literally went terrorist just because someone told him to. So what the fuck else could he be doing right now?
Yeah, somebody was like, "Hey, betray the people you're working with, and we'll pay you money." And he's like, "Okay."
See,
Yeah.
the sad thing is, if he
They
came
already
around,
betrayed him.
Right. The sad thing is, if he came around and told Twinkle, Twinkle, everything that you have been told is a lie, and those are doctored footage.
Yeah.
If he rolls well
Right.
enough, he could probably convince Twinkle exactly of that. Because
Yeah.
he was nothing but nice to Twinkle.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing.
So you're sending Rek off to find Tomek, and you're gonna go try to find Arturo.
Yep.
All right. So are you basically going to go to the embassy, or are you going to try to search up more detailed information?
Oh, yeah, we're going to bypass the embassy entirely. I don't need that red tape. Well, you see, I
don't
can't
have
tell
Robo
you where
anymore.
he's not, but I also can't tell you where he is, because...
Right.
Yeah. So, let's see here. Well, trying to think. Has he told us anything about what he's doing here in town?
As far as you know, and as far as he's implied, at least, basically that he's here for diplomacy's sake. Like, he does run a colony in the Arturo system, the Aramal system. And he does run the Glumpucket.
Yeah, I know. I just...
he runs it for the Aspis Consortium, but he's never been anything but friendly to you guys. So.
All right, we'll go to the embassy.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's a
Okay.
place to start at the very least.
Yeah.
We're saying since Rex is doing stuff specifically for the captain, Rogo will be the sneaky guy that follows Xander in his place.
Okay.
Do we need
Yes.
that person? I mean, if Mahala... Twinkle's not going to order it, but, you know, when Mahala's on the ship, she's basically in charge. If she decides it's necessary, go right ahead.
Okay. So yeah, that's what would happen because we still don't technically trust Isaki. Or at least Mahala does.
Okay. Works for me.
There you go. So Rogo will just die if Basic attacks. Rex would actually survive the first 2 rounds. Anyway. But
I
yeah,
was-
that's cool.
Gonna say, anyway. But yeah.
Yeah. So, I think going to the embassy, you pretty much manage to. When you get there, you get a bit of like the
Let me get the
the
run.
runner. Yeah, you get a bit of a runaround for a little while because the embassy that he uses is actually an embassy that is shared by a number of like worlds from the Tabori cluster, you know, and that general area, because none of them are big enough to have one of their own. And since the Aspis Consortium controls most of them anyway, you can only assume that this got built on back channels from them, in order to
Yeah.
house all their influence in one place. But you do eventually get like one clerk that's helpful enough to be like, it's like, oh, Mr. Aramol, he's just such a great man. Have you heard about his discoveries? The discovery that he made on Rylock 3 5 years ago? It was groundbreaking in the scientific community, not to mention the cultural artifacts he found. Oh wait, sorry, I don't mean to sit here and gush. Mr. Aramol is heading back to Glumpucket tonight. I would imagine that he's probably at his ship, or will be soon enough.
2 birds with
The-
1 stone. Thank you very much.
Yeah, he's like,
You know the name of
and-
his ship? It's been so long. I was on it once, but it slipped my mind. Yeah, I was on the same ship as Arturo, dude. Yeah.
yeah. Right? Like, no, I worked with him before. That's why I can't remember the name of his ship. I don't think I ever said the name of his ship.
No, you didn't.
Let's see. Let me see.
Something
We're gonna
epic.
call it. We're gonna call it let's see. God, I had a name for a second and then I lost it. You know what? There is actually some place I can go to just randomly generate one.
Oh boy. Hey,
Do it.
Ghost.
May you get something horrendous.
Yeah, roll on the chart. Get something that's completely fucked off.
Watch it be something like the Earl Grey 3. Ah, yes. Distinguished.
Starship names.
The Earl Grey 3 with cream and sugar.
Now it just sounds like an old person commercial. Now introducing
Ooh.
the Earl Grey 3, this time with cream and sugar.
Maximum comfort.
Maximum. That's exactly what they would fucking say too.
It's the Cadillac of
It would be the adamant.
Not the Cadillac, like the Buick.
There you go.
The Buick of all people's spaceships.
His ship is the Adamant Navigator.
Hey, that sounds, yeah, it sounds like something he would name a ship, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't even roll. I was just like, I was looking at it, I was like, wait a minute. There's two things that work really well together and seem very appropriate for the character. Yeah. Yeah, he's it's like there's like the Adamant Navigator. It's and
Oh,
she gives you like the docking bay, and what the landing bay or whatever.
how could I possibly forget? The Adam... You know, I was with him on one of his more recent excursions. I don't think he's published anything on Glumpucket yet, but I was there for a little while.
Yeah, like you
just-
know that he actually did have teams out looking through Glumpucket for for any kind of archaeological finds they could find. They might, because up until that point, it was just up until he took over. It was a mining colony, and that's all anybody was there for, was to extract resources. When he got there, he started actually poking around to see if there was more to the planet besides just natural resources.
Right.
Yeah.
But with that, yeah, take leave. I'm sure he wants to talk more about Arturo, and I could probably fill him in on some details.
Right.
But, you know, I wonder what his favorite kind of tea is. All right, dude,
Right?
you're getting a little creepy. I can tell you the answer, but you're getting a little creepy here.
You know, why would you ever need to know that?
Right?
Is this just
but, yeah.
conversational? Did you have some weird bet with your friends about what kind of tea you think he drinks? I mean, I don't know.
Right.
You like
Anyways. But, yeah, alright, well, about face, and we're gonna head back to the bay. And I guarantee you, Ristel Meffel's around here somewhere. Snooping.
Well, you actually get a you're on your way back. You're on your way back to like the port and what have you. You kind of, as you're walking, you're kind of walking down like you're kind of walking down one of the streets where there's not as much people. Not as you had to take like a detour because like there was a traffic jam on one of the streets you were going down. But you do happen to as you're kind of walking by an alley, there you hear a voice, Twinkle Bailey.
Keep walking.
You might want to listen. It's about
Stop.
your friend Mr. Frickson. And other people.
Yeah, he stops.
I'm gonna be very direct with you.
You can,
I'm a
first
friend
things
of-
first, you can come out of the alleyway.
He's like, probably be better if you. I can see where that. He's like, keep your voice low as we talk, as we walk. And he's like, and
Who steps out?
seeing him, he appears to be an elf. He's got long, dirty blonde hair, but he's got it pulled back into a ponytail. And he's wearing the kinds of clothes that a dock worker might wear. And he's like, I can't speak long. I'm a friend of Tomic Frickson. I'm afraid he's missing.
Well, shit.
He's like, also, but there is a piece of information. There's a piece of information that Mr. Frickson wanted me to give to you. He says, we've done a bit of research on Net Sidara. There are several major houses that survived from the old times. One is House Tekenret. We don't know exactly what their deal is. There's the Zimlothi, and there's a house, one of the most powerful houses is named Mefelkin. Now, the Nedshtadarans have been secretly sending agents out into the Marixa Republic, the Pact Worlds, the Veskarium, even the Shadari Confederacy, have people in the Shadari Confederacy and the Gitaron Authority. Most of them are Zimlothi, but Mefelkin have sent out a number of spies as well. And he posits, he goes, don't you think it's a rather interesting that we have a special agent who seems incredibly worried about spies whose name is Meffel?
Last
There's
I
a-
heard, he was of House Zimlafi. Are we saying that that's not true? He doesn't like your organization, I'll give you that.
There's good reason for that. What I can say is that I wouldn't trust anything that Ristal Meffel says, and I wouldn't
no
trust the Nedshtadarans in general.
Considering they blew up the library, I wouldn't either.
Well, consider this. House Mefelkin is one of the last few great houses standing. You don't accomplish that in a society like Nedshadara without a great deal of blood and subterfuge. The House Zimlothi has been known for taking down other great houses throughout the centuries. Some of their earliest exploits are said to have been taking advantage of the overtures and intrigues of other houses when they create openings. And as for House Tekenret, well, not much is known about what their aims and goals are right now. We understand that they've had long-standing relationships with other organizations that have grown up in Netsadari, including the Korth Dalil Kutra and the Crystal Reliquary.
Gosh, that's a familiar name. Remind me why?
Which one?
Crystal Reliquary.
Well, he says the Crystal Reliquary. He says they're a business. They started off as a business selling trinkets from the above world in Dro Underdark and grew from there. There's always been some tension about the leadership with the leadership of that organization.
Sounds lovely. Lovely little clusterfuck.
As for the Korth Dalul Kutra, they're mad druids focusing on hallucinogenic fungi. They're dangerous in that their knowledge of poisons exceeds probably even the Zimlothi, or at least their knowledge of hallucinogens.
Great, just another thing to worry about. Any other good news you'd like to share?
He goes, I don't think I have anything that actually qualifies as good news. And he says,
Sarcasm.
he says, he goes, I understand that. He says, unfortunately, your friend Tomic Frickson, well, we're not entirely certain where he's at or what's going on with him. We believe that there is a possibility that the Netzadarans may have him, but which organization, we're not entirely certain.
I know one person who would probably know. And his last name rhymes with Keffel.
He goes, and the elf smiles at you and he says, yeah, he goes, you're starting to catch on.
You know, I've always wanted to kidnap someone. Not like just anyone, just, someone I especially hate. I think today's the day.
He's like, yeah, well, he goes, he smiles and he goes, unfortunate, he goes, I've delivered the message I was told to deliver. He says, I've delivered the message. It's, best we're not seen together for any longer than a short walk. And
Good thing I don't know who you are.
And he kind of nods and then loudly says, he says, well, if you don't know if you didn't know directions, then why didn't you say so before?
Yeah, get lost, you drunk prick.
And he kind of turns around and looks at somebody else. Like, you there? Can you tell me how to get to the university? And and kind of wanders off. Yeah.
Slan, it sounds like today is going to get a lot more interesting.
Slan looks at you and goes, interesting indeed. He goes,
I've got a plan. It's just going to involve a lot of us. Mahala.
Yes, sir.
Looks like we're gonna need a place to put a guest for a little while on the ship.
you are muted.
Am I?
Yeah,
No,
you
we
were
can
for
hear
a
now.
second. I heard you say something and then it didn't come over. Are you on push to talk or something? Because you are.
The talk, is it acting?
Yeah, it's kind of.
Oh, it's acting up, yeah.
So. Are you there?
Here, I'm.
He's trying to fix the issue.
Gotcha. So basically, he can listen for a second. Plan is this: we're gonna figure out what we know and about everything we're gonna need here. We're gonna grab this person. We're going to figure out what's important that they know. If the important stuff happens to be here planet-side, we'll take care of it, and then we're leaving. And if it happens to be somewhere else, we're just taking him with us and leaving.
Yeah.
So,
Do you pass this along to anybody else?
let everybody else know. Well, I was going to say, we'll probably pass it along to, well, Oliver. We're going to need his expertise to make something that will just kind of knock this person out.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to need Xander's expertise to hopefully block any basically panic buttons he might have on him. But, I mean, first things first, we need to figure out... we need to chase down our other leads real fast, because once we kick this off, there's really no going back. Kidnapping somebody like this puts us on a clock. Like, probably National Treasure levels of clock.
Alright.
Because I don't know what his schedule is, and honestly, my plan is just to say, Agent Meffel, we're back from, We're back, and we have something you might want to look at. Hush hush stuff. And probably say it involves something, it involves Nej Zadar, potentially. Whatever we have to say to get him to come alone without telling him to come alone.
Alright, so...
I was going to say, Captain, there's a decent chance that he's going to have immunities to poison, if not just immune to poison all on his own.
Well, then it's a good thing we could probably turn the ship into a whole, a dead zone for, panic buttons.
That is true, sir.
well,
And,
there's
worst comes to worst, you could always club somebody over the head. I can think of one person who'd be willing to do that for us. Big furry tank. And biolock scanners means once he comes in, unless he has permission, he's not getting out. Not fast enough to keep him from leaving anyways. To keep us from getting him anyways. Anyways.
So you're gonna track down Arturo. What are you tracking down next? Who are you going to track
We're going
down?
for Arturo next.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Alright. I want to switch over to Xander real quick, because Xander was gonna go to the university. Xander, you managed to make your way to the university. And Dean Salson Thillis, she's a bit busy, but she does take a moment to see you. She's like, when you get to her office, she's like, Xander, I'm sorry I don't have a whole lot of time for you today. There's a lot to do with the recovery efforts with the library. Need to parse and I have to assign a team to parse and catalog what has been recovered and try to figure out what hasn't been and what is unrecoverable. What brings you back here? I thought your research had taken you off planet. Xander, are you there?
Breaker.
There we go.
Yay.
Hey.
So I did leave, yes, and I came across some other information that I wanted to run by you to see if you knew anything about this book, since I got the book from your library.
Okay, you show her the book.
Yeah, the copy of the book, not the original. The original one. I showed her the copy.
Alright. I think... Let's see. She's like... Rolf Durkaden? The order of definition... On the order of definition. She goes... Where did you get this?
It was handed to me. They said it was one of the books that was not archived yet when it got demolished. So, I think Yasuki handed it to me, and I've been perusing the book to get information from it to help with finding the information I need to. But it was in the bottom most of the library, and it had not been archived yet or transferred as they were doing before it blew up.
Like, if it wasn't archived, and if you have the original, we would greatly appreciate its return. Although there aren't too many people who read Rolf Durkaden's work.
Okay. Well, when I get done with figuring out all the stuff I need to follow my leads and stuff, I will most graciously return that book to you. I kind of need it at the moment for what I'm doing now, but when I am done, I will hand it to you personally.
Give me a diplomacy check to see if this flies.
I can't. I'm not at the computer
Yeah,
yet.
he's in the car.
Oh, I see.
You'll have to diplomatize for him.
Okay. It's... There we are.
And he gets a d6 plus 2 to that.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
By the way, if anybody hears any explosions on my end, it's just the neighbors shooting off fireworks.
Have a reroll?
No, actually, I'm literally exploding in the other room. That one was my finger.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
not bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say, every finger first, and then probably the other hand.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And it ends with a scanner's-like explosion of my head.
Just
Better
don't
not
pull his
be. I
finger.
have to put that back together. That'd take forever.
Ah, yeah, you're right.
I
'Cause heads
think
don't
you
grow
have-
back.
I think that's you got all total you got a 29. I think that's good enough. She's probably like if you are going to keep the book for any length of time, might I ask if you can contribute something to the library that we may not have to hold for the time being?
Well, I might have several books back on my ship that you do not have. Any particular topic you got in mind, I might be able to have something. Because I've worked at a library before. I might have a book there. I could go get it real quick and bring it back to you for that purpose, I guess.
Do you have something as ancient as that book?
It's well, yeah. Thinking about it, it's going to have to be something where it's either really old or really obscure knowledge. Give
thankfully.
me.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
sorry.
go ahead. Sorry, no, you go first.
I was gonna say, thankfully, Twinkle is not a book collector. Otherwise, I would suggest, hey, Twinkle will never know if you just borrow a couple of ancient tomes he's found. that would only piss him off.
Give me well, let's see.
Yeah.
Xander, it does occur to you that, I mean, you do have some books, some of which are rare, some of which may even be fairly unique in the knowledge they contain. But you do know that you have access to you do have access to some research that that most people don't have access to. Patella was an uncharted world before Zai got there, and they did a little bit of work. They did a little bit of work on researching some of the scientific stuff there, and put a paper together some time ago. Like they actually have, I think it was authored by Ashira at some point, like about all of the flora and fauna of the planet. That's something that no one outside of Patella would have, other than the Fire Shrike crew.
Okay.
Like the crew, like Fire Shrike, Tempest, Stellar Flare.
Okay. So I'd iterate to her that I don't have a full book composite, but I have something in mind that would work. Let me go get a copy of that, and I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't take you long to get a copy of it. Do you send it to her over the Invosphere, or do you put it on a data chip and deliver it by hand?
I'm gonna do it by hand.
Right on. Awesome.
I want to keep up that whole personal thing of doing it by hand type thing. I'm sure I'm reading.
All right. Cool. Yeah, so maybe like we get you delivering by hand, and maybe and I want to cut away here, and cut over to Captain's. Well, actually, let's cut away to Ashira first,
Yeah,
because
sure.
Ashira, we are at the top of the round here
And
against and Lee.
Well,
Yep.
if you
Yeah,
want to
and
give me just 2 seconds
last
to
time
get us into the right
I
spot.
tripped that thing and ran away from it.
Yeah. All right. Let me get that open. But Ashira, you're at the top of the round, so it's your move.
Oh god, okay. This fucker's still alive.
But right now it's prone.
Okay. Alright, let me see. Shira.
Queen of Storms. Destroy.
Alright.
Yeah, we cut over and we get the overview
sorry,
of
Lee.
like the overview of the battlefield with the broke down hover truck and in one area, and then Lee and Ashira squaring off with Heishisha. Actually, Lee running back from and Ashira prepping and whatnot. So
A level saving throw. No. My god. I need better higher level spells. Let's do Arcing Surge.
alrighty. So that's a reflex save. What's its reflex here? Go ahead and roll your damage. I believe the DC was 19, so he's going to take half damage. But it's your damage roll.
Alright. The cat's throwing an envelope. Stop it! Why are you shredding it? Oh my
This
god.
is a cat now.
Antique paper shredder.
Oh my god. Okay, sorry, what am I supposed to be doing at the second?
You need to roll damage roll for your arcing surge. And how many of
You
those do you
don't
have?
need to. Oh, I don't. Fuck, I don't know.
'Cause
How
you've
many
cast
how many have I done? Three?
something like that.
Yes,
Okay.
3.
Spells per day, is that what you're asking?
Yep.
Where the fuck is that number? Is it next to the caster level button?
It's under the caster level button.
Spells per
It's
day
by
for
your
3rd level 4.
it's-
4.
yeah. So if
Four.
you've used 3 and this is your 4th, then
Yeah.
this would be your last one.
Can I not spend like a resolve to have another one or something?
No. You
Although
don't have a feed for that.
Oh, okay. Well, shit. Okay, whatever. Let's do it. So it's 10d6. Maybe one of those. 1d6. Nice.
Alright, I have good news, Ashira. because you have a bonus to your stuff, you actually have 5 total third level spells per day
Oh,
instead of 4.
okay.
But you have used 4 of them now, so.
Okay.
Oh, I see something here. Plus, you also have your spell cache, which you can activate once per day to cast an extra spell of any level you know. So, all right. Yeah, and we see the purple lightning come arcing out, shooting forward and hit the thing. It is going to, because it's next on the initiative list. It's gonna do its thing. It's gonna do. Slash. Whoa. It is going to fire a sonic bolt at you, back at you, Ashira. That's a natural one. That's an automatic miss.
Fuck me.
You get lucky. It missed you.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant I missed.
No.
I was like, fuck, that sucks.
Nope. Let's see. It takes it to his turn. He is going to. All right, so that's 26. Let's see. All right, so that's him, Dr. Telvono. Let's see. Oops, I need to go to. So, Lee, would you have allowed Dr. Telvono to run some medical tests on you?
Sure.
All right.
Trust.
Huh?
Him, I trust.
All right. Well, in that case,
You die.
yeah, in that case, you die.
Yeah,
He just
sorry.
kills you for no reason. Let's see. What is it? Oh, okay. You suddenly there is a moment where he turns around in mid-flight, uh, focusing, stops shooting at the Heishi Shah that the Unannihilated is fighting, turns around, flies. Let's see, he can only go 20 feet. He didn't need to go far though. This far, well, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, he's within range. And turns around, points his gun at you, and fires. And we follow the projectile, the needle, as it flies directly at you. And how much is it? And you are healed of 33 hit points.
Okay, that just does hit points, not stamina points.
I believe Serum of Healing only does hit points.
Only
Okay.
hit points.
Physical damage, it returns hit points when administered to, yeah.
Okay, then I go back up to my full hit points, which was 2 higher than what I was at.
It's all right.
Yeah.
He's but that's his action. And now the one that's attacking the unannihilated, it gets. It's its 3 attacks. One, two, three. I think only one. I don't think any of those hit. One might have. He's got a pretty high armor class. He's pretty tanky. Oh, it misses him every single time. Yeah, you see as basically the unannihilated shrugs off the blows left and right, sidestepping and utilizing his armor to glance it off. And it's Lee.
Okay. Lee is going to. Well, actually, this rock here. How high up is it to climb?
I'd say it's maybe 20 feet.
Okay.
These are all stone pillars, so.
All right. Because he's got a climb speed, fortunately. So, and he's got a climb speed of 30. So I think he can get there up to the top. And he's waiting for the thing to come closer. And he's holding his action. Once it gets close enough to attack Ashira directly, time to attack.
Alrighty. And we're at 10:27. Let's do, and while that's going, let's do one more round here, and then I want to get to Captain Zai. So that's Ashira, it's back to you.
Hey. Well,
Say,
Oh,
Ashira.
and what was the damage on your acid
Oh.
spell?
fuck, I don't remember.
36, actually 41. And it takes half of that. Because she rolled a 36 and a 5.
Yeah.
So it was I'm sorry, how much?
41.
41.
But he made his save, so it's half of that, right?
Well, he failed his initial save for the
Yeah.
corrosive mist. What is the duration on your corrosive mist, by the way?
That I don't remember.
And it did.
Corrosive haze.
It's fine.
A 5-foot cloud of acid-resistant nanites. Converts nearby water vapor into deadly acid. Up to 30 feet in any direction. .48 damage to anything in its way.
It was like 48 to inanimate objects.
Yeah.
But does it have a duration on there?
If it does, I didn't put it in the paragraph, so I don't know.
So let me.
I didn't put it in there.
Corrosive haze. 1 round per level. And we're at what?
Round
Fourth
4.
round 4. So that's what I thought. So yeah. So it's got a few more rounds because you're what? 12th level?
I 12th up. Yes. I
Yes,
think.
you are now.
Yes.
So you got it. It exists for 8 more rounds.
She's 13.
Oh, 13. So it exists for 9 more rounds. But it did move itself out of your corrosive haze. I believe it takes a move action to move it.
Isn't synapse overload range touch? So I have to be like in their fucking face to do it.
Well, no, range touch is range.
Well, synapse, if you're talking about your synaptic pulse, that just stuns. It doesn't do any damage.
Pulse?
No, she has
No.
synaptic overload. It's a 5th level spell.
Oh,
Yeah.
synaptic overload.
It's on the thing now.
Let's
It's on
see.
roll 20.
Duration of your saving throw. Effect must hit the target with a melee attack against its EAC. So you have to get close enough to hit it with a melee attack. Add
So,
any
yeah,
of
you're
your.
right.
You can add your key ability score modifier to this attack roll, so you could use your intelligence to set a strength here.
So yes, you were right, Codex.
If it is higher, then you overloaded causing the target's synapses. Target takes 18d8 damage and is staggered for 1 minute.
Okay, so, but the problem I'm seeing is I could go up, so I have to be right there, right? You said that?
Here's the other problem with that.
What?
It's a Heishi Sha, and you would know this much about it. It's immune to mind affecting effects. In
God
fact,
damn it.
you would know, and I should probably, because I don't know if you remember how much of this remember, how much I mentioned. It has blind sight. It has fast healing. It's unflankable. Damage resistance versus anything that's not magical. It's immune to bleed, critical hits, diseases, mind-affecting effects, non-lethal damage, paralysis, poison, polymorph, sleep, and stunning. It
Okay,
has
I'm just gonna go on the other side of the hill and just off myself because I'm not winning this fight.
I was about to say, you want to
Well,
add anything else to the laundry list?
Yeah, I'm
You
fucking
still-
done. I can't fight this guy. Like, what the fuck is the
well,
point?
Run away,
here's
I'll
the
You've been
thing.
defend
hitting.
you.
Here's the
Been
thing.
hitting.
You're actually probably the most effective against it because you actually wield magic. It's damage resistant. It has spell resistance, but you've been beating its spell resistance with your spells.
Yeah,
pretty
but I have one
consistently.
spell left. After that, I'm fucking chicken dinner.
No,
Not
because you still
necessarily.
have magic missiles. You still have all kinds of stuff.
That's still a spell.
Well, you've got
Yeah.
one. Here's the thing.
Wait,
You've got one. That's the thing. You're still overcoming its spell resistance fairly easily.
you're going to run out of 3rd level spells, not all spells.
Oh,
Right.
I thought that spells for. Why did I
No,
think
that's-
that was like how many spells I can have a day total?
No. Plus, you have the one more at that level. Plus, you still have your cache capacitor, your spell cache, which allows you to cast one spell once per day. Cast a spell you know of any level. So you could theoretically be like, I'm going to use.
I think
that
that's what I was
because-
thinking about earlier.
Or or you could choose to use that for a defensive spell or some other spell of a different level. It just depends on what you want to do.
Who created this bastard?
It's a high level monster.
Fuck this guy. This is like going into a fucking WoW fight by yourself. Like,
Excuse me?
Taking down the king.
Lee's just like, what am I, top liver?
sorry. Sorry. Okay, you know what? Oh, fuck. Okay, so I
The
didn't
thing-
answer me. How close do I have to be for that? Or wait, he's immune. Never mind. I'm not doing
Yeah,
that.
I was gonna say that would require
with
you to get
lightning.
close enough to make a saving throw and then get hit a bunch.
I can't just.
You know, I climbed up a column, and I'm all the way up here where he can't immediately reach me.
Yeah, you don't want him to get close. You figured that much out.
Okay. 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 Come
It's-
on, Purple. Get your shit together. What can we do? What can we do? Come on.
Lee holds 2 arms down. Come up here.
Okay.
If you're gonna move over there and try to go up, do you have like spider climb?
Yeah, I think so. Wait, let me double check. What level is that?
I think like the equivalent of spider climb is still like a first level spell. I think they have a.
Shard. I have spider climb, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're probably these things are 20 feet tall, so you're probably gonna need to utilize a spider climb to get up there.
Okay.
However, that's like the spell casting is a standard action, and then the move action would get you over there, and then a standard action to cast a spell. So you'd have to cast the spell first, then move over there and climb up.
Cast the spider climb spell? What do you mean?
First cast spider climb. Oh.
Then move, and you don't have to roll anything for spider climb. It's the
But
you
it
just
does let everyone at home know what happened.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. Yeah, that's totally what I meant to do.
You're- I'd say if you're going to climb up the side of this pillar, you're either going to need to make an athletics check, or if you had spider climb, cast that. And since you have that, it's a second level spell. Yeah, so that's just one second level spell spot. But your movement rate is what? 30?
I don't know.
5, 10,
Probably.
15, 20. Well, if you've cast spider climb, you don't need to use it. Make an athletic.
Okay.
So, unless you've taken any feats or gained any special abilities to modify your, or cybernetics or bioimplants to modify your speed, then it should be 30. And you should be able to get to the top of the pillar. These things, by the way, are the size of ogres. They're large-sized creatures. But, let's see, they only have a reach of 10 feet, so they're not going to be able to, it's not going to be able to physically attack you up there. It can still try to blast you with sonic, with its sonic blast. So, if you're climbing up on that pillar, then go ahead and move yourself over there.
Can somebody point me to the pillar?
Right there.
Okay.
Yeah, the things that look like rocks, that's just consider them over like top-down views of big, stone.
Okay. I'm gonna climb on this rock to get away from the tremors.
Nice.
All right. So you move. Your cloud is still over here in this square, and it moved out of that, so it's not taking the damage from that this round. But it is going to use its sonic blast again.
Uh-oh.
It's going to try to. Well, it can't physically hit you from where you're at, so that's.
Oh, good.
It's. God damn it! I just had it.
Thousand notifications
There it is.
from
Okay.
Computer King.
Does 39 hit your energy armor class, Ashira?
Let's see. 39? Hit my what?
EAC?
Oh my god. My EAC is 26. Fuck.
So 39 hits.
I don't want to die again!
30 points. As it fires a blast of compressed sonic, and the sonic effect, it's like an amplification of its like rhetoric of destruction and nihilism, focused into a beam. So you're literally damaged by this thing's hatred for all things that exist. Existence is
kinda hot.
futile. Existence is futile.
Life is pain.
What can I do?
Rain down spells from above.
Oh God.
Which, by the way, I need to do something here because I gotta.
Spells. That's not it.
Spell?
Well, it's on its turn now.
Oh, okay.
You had to
Okay.
cast the spell to spider climb and then
Okay.
take the move
Oh, yeah,
action.
you spider.
It is actually now the Unannihilated's turn. And
Cool to watch.
21. Nope, he misses this time. The one he's fighting gets out of the way. Let's see. Dr. Telvona. Let's see, what can he do here? Oh, I think I know what he can do. I'm gonna have to. There he is. I need to look at his special abilities here. Mr. Those are gonna help here. Oh. He is going to. Well, Dr. Telvono fires a dart at you, Ashira, and you are now immune to sickness and nausea effects. So this thing's sickening aura is not going to affect you for 1 minute. Lee, on the other hand, at the moment, not so much, but
Understood.
yeah, he was trying to heal you, but that's his action. And this motherfucker is gonna keep trying to hit. This one's gonna keep trying to hit the Unannihilated. Ooh, that's an actual hit. That's an actual hit. Managed to hit him all 3 times this time. Okay, so that is going to be a lot of damage. That's gonna be. And let's see, and look at him because I know he's got defensive abilities. This is definitely going to give him some entropy points. Let's see. Do-do-do. Oh, really? Well, that's interesting. Thought he had something else on here that I'm looking at. Mm-hmm. Oh. Wasn't in here in trophy charge. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I got that. $92. So that's down to... Yeah, this thing pummels the shit out of the Unannihilated and looks like he took... oh, wait. It's not right. He wasn't even there. Oh. I'm in the wrong spot. 92, that'd be... Okay. Yeah, he's not even out of stamina. Not even out of stamina. But it is Lee's turn.
Okay. Lee will. Lee's holding an action till this thing gets closer. It's got to get closer at some point. Actually, yeah. He'll hold it till he gets closer and see what happens.
All right, that closes this round, and we are going to cut away, and we're going to switch over to Captain Zai and company. So, Burnward, you get Zai, I imagine you sent a message to Burnward about this, right?
Burnward was with us the whole time with
Okay,
the Grays.
yeah,
He was
okay,
part of
yeah.
my crew. I was
Yeah.
like,
Right,
regardless
yeah.
if he's not here,
Yeah.
he's still a tank. And I know what a tank is for.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're aware of the situation.
What's going on?
So you're on the...
We're...
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
go ahead. I'll
We're
let
in
you...
season 3 of Rick and Morty. The president has asked us to kill the dog from the X-Files, and he didn't even know he did it, so that's what awesome.
Okay. So basically, Dr. Tallet, while you guys were going through the process and it looked like something was going on with loyalty, he got a call. They have an experiment that is broken loose on one of the lower decks, and he's asked you guys to deal with it.
What
because-
information have we gotten on this experiment?
So what you know about this experiment? Go ahead. Tell everything you remember.
Alright, so it's immune to fire. Sorry, we shouldn't use acid on it. It has the ability to teleport others in, but there's a fucking anchor on to stop that from. Most of my Solaran stuff, at least fire-wise, is not going to be good for it. So Rek is with us, shoots cold, and I punch cold.
Okay, I have one question.
Yeah.
Will my plasma missiles be a viable strategy in this combat?
The missiles are fire.
Fire and electricity.
Mm-hmm.
So what you know about this thing, and Dr. Tallet told you guys the rundown on it. It's a protean, a Durgastar type. They're native to the drift. For whatever reason, they had one captured. It has blind sense, dark vision. It's a shape changer. It can't be tripped it can't be tripped, and it can't be tripped, and difficult terrain is not going to do anything to it. You can't utilize any sort of dimensional or teleportational abilities when you're close to it. It has spell-like abilities, including the ability to disintegrate. It has a disintegration ability.
Oh yeah, that was his number one thing.
It has defensive. It is, let's see, it's immune to acid, paralysis, and polymorph. It has resistances to electricity and sonic. So it's going to get some damage reduction on anything that uses electricity. And plasma weapons are electricity and fire.
Once again, my plasma missiles are proving to be a giant waste of money. Okay, we pull out the sword and shield.
Hey, there's a lot of creatures.
Mirror that shield.
Huh?
Well, disintegration. Back.
Yeah, that doesn't work like that. He made that
I
joke
know.
last week too.
I know.
Yar, yar, yar.
But the essentially the resistance on this thing would mean that with your plasma missiles, half of the damage is considered electricity damage, and it would take that half damage and take
So
the
I
damage
do
reduction out of it.
3/4 damage.
So you do, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, okay, that's not as bad. Well, yeah, I'll just make note that Burn Ward has a sword and shield out, and that he is walking around with his shoulder missiles ready.
All right. So
Good.
you guys are, let's see, you guys are prepping up here, and you kind of get to we get like you guys sort of like the lift coming down, and Dr. Talat like comes over the comms and is like, and Zai had sent out like spy drones to see if he could find where it's at.
Yeah.
Wait. Does it have resistance to fire or just electricity?
Electricity and acid.
Never
Or
mind.
no, electricity and sonic, I should say.
Yeah,
It's immune
never
to
mind.
acid. It's immune to acid. It's immune to paralysis and polymorph.
So yeah, Zai, actually, you see for the first time, Burn Ward pulls out a fucking flamethrower and gently runs his hand across it, goes, "All right, old friend, I think it's time."
All right.
Yeah.
So maybe we get the scene of you guys like getting off of the lift. Like we get the scene with Burn Ward and it's what have you, and place yourselves and your NPCs in the unfogged square.
About time.
Well, all right. Well, going back. Give me 1 second to get us transitioned again.
I know.
Wherever Zai is, Burn Ward's in front of him.
Yeah.
Did you say yeah?
Yeah, that's exactly what I said, actually.
Yeah, that's what I figured you'd say.
It's eye popping now. Come on.
You have a new bodyguard. I'm going to do better than Tixbit can do.
And Ryan is you're with them too, right? So.
Oh yeah, I'm right there.
All right.
It won't let me put myself on here.
You gotta click the box in the
now.
upper.
I see it now.
Alrighty, we should be good to go.
There you go. All right, and your NPCs.
Yeah, I gotta get Tixpit on there and Zenfaresh.
Let's have Tixbit stand in front of Ryan, and then Zenfaresh can bring up the middle, maybe.
Dude, I'm in heavy armor.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
And you know how hard I punch.
That's fair. You do punch pretty fucking hard for some reason. But listen, here's the thing. I'm standing in front of Zai Volvetto. That's not exactly something he needs, but it's most certainly something that, like, beefy boys on the front line.
I say Tixpit's got my back, you got my front, and Zenfaresh is running fucking somewhere about here.
Okay.
Did you take anyone else with you?
I did have someone else with me.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking you brought someone else. Was it Hafis, maybe?
Yes, it was Hafis. Thank you for remembering, because I wanted as much muscle as I thought we could handle.
Well, Hafis is a lot of muscle, so.
And yeah, so let's put Hafis right there. Look at that formation of fucking doom.
Oh yeah,
Kill circle.
We're gonna fuck him up.
Well, I think we're gonna get fucked up, but it's gonna be fun.
Oh no. Oh no, we're not gonna get fucked up. I promise you that, my friend.
All right. So maybe you get like Dr. Talent just being like over the comms, like he's been in this. Like maybe we get like a like he's down the hall. He's down the hallway on this section. It's the great bit. There is a and he like maybe he sends you guys some images of like shit that's been fucked up, like some of the stuff he's talking about, like where equipment's been destroyed, cameras and people and what have you. And this thing has definitely ripped some people apart. It's definitely fucked some shit up and destroyed a bunch of stuff. And you get like a lot of you get like this moment where like and there's noises coming from it's a station, so there are odd noises here and there from just the station, like general noises and what have you. But it does tend to be a bit disconcerting in the sense that you know you're actively looking for a dangerous creature, and being the every noise could be that dangerous creature. But you're walking down the hallways, and let me give you slightly. You are in a hallway. You can assume that where you see the black lines on the sides and whatnot, there are doors to randomly throughout. I just forgot to draw them on. But you're looking at. Let's. Oh, come on. That's what I'm looking for. As you're kind of going down the hallway,
Right.
you are several rooms, and let's see. Let me get the ruler here. I want to see something. Yes, sir. And it's pretty clear vision because there's plenty of light. So we'll go back to this. You see it at the end of you see it coming down the hallway. A great big, serpentine looking body with 4 arms, 3 eyes in its head, and a weird crest of what looks like it could be horns or feathers. You're not sure from this distance.
You know what would be a wonderful opening salvo? If I just blasted the ground right next to it with an IMDS plasma missile.
Are you threatening to punch a hole in the ship?
In the space station?
Oh, well, I mean...
At this point, I just haven't had an opportunity to use my missiles to any effect, so I'm going to use it.
Well, I'm going to need some initiative rolls from everybody.
Just the person that we forgot about was actually wrecked because we wanted to hear him here because of his big ass eyes.
So
you
put him out there.
want to remove
I don't have wreck anymore
from the other combat.
Oh yeah, we've got the other combat's initiatives here.
Well, that's okay. I will roll them without clicking your tokens, and I'm going to write them down manually. I thought about this, and I was like, "There's a one failing of Roll20 is you can't set up. You can set up multiple combat screens, but you can't set up multiple combat trackers for whatever reason." So, and I will need to give Rack back over to you here. Let's. Who has control of Rack?
How is it that all of us have rolled 12.06 except for Tixpit?
I have no clue.
That's really weird.
Aphis.
And let's go to Commodore. Commodore.
Yeah, that's 3 of us rolling 12.6 exactly. That's fucking hilarious.
Alright. So I'm gonna put in Oops. Let's see, Hafis is. Let's see, Hafis.
Let's see how low Zai can roll.
Zai does tend to roll pretty low on initiative orders.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Zai is.
Hey, double digits. I'm proud of that.
Rec is a 14.
Oh, Zai, you'll be happy to know. I have officially changed the name on my character sheet to ex-Paralictor Burnward.
You're still a cop.
Yeah, I'm a cop, you fucking bastard. I'm upset at you.
Look at Tixpit's big bad fucking initiative.
Right?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's your secret to fight. Yes, yes, yes.
It's Tixpit. Fucking goddamn. Burnward has.
Do we get a token for Rec, by the way? Because I would like Rec to be my shoulder brother.
Oh.
I
apologize. I didn't do that.
Yeah, I just gave him back over to the Commodore here. All right, and then I will need to roll this thing's initiative.
How are we gonna get clear lanes of fire? We're probably gonna need to move Hafis to the right by 1. That way all of us can fire down that middle square without worrying about hitting each other.
Okay. All right.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Awesome. And we are at 11 o'clock. I know some people have to wake up in the morning. Is that, do we want to go one round here, or do we want to wait to kick this off till next week?
I gotta go.
You gotta go? Everybody else?
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
I'm alright.
Fuck it.
All right.
Fuck it.
Fuck
Best
it.
answer. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Destroy.
Yep.
All right.
So
Let's
we'll go one quick round here then.
Oh,
And we'll try to. I don't have. I only have the one NPC to roll for, so. The top of the round here is Tixpit.
Yeah.
So what is Tixpit gonna do here?
Who's running Tixpit?
Fire damage still works, correct?
Yep.
See.
All right. Well, in that case. Fires the rotor
Nice.
laser.
Second here.
Does a 24 hit an EAC?
I see something here.
Letting you see something here.
Oh, that's great.
Hmm.
That's perfect.
Oh, my wolf should be with me. My Tashtari. Nah, we'll leave the Tashtari on the ship for right now.
Okay.
Oh, I was
I
gonna
don't-
say, Ryan's dog is here, so why wouldn't you have brought yours?
So
I just don't want him to get killed in this combat.
If that be the case, then sure.
24.
Yeah, I also don't want to muck up the combat at this point.
Not enough. That's not enough to hit it.
Okay. Tixpit misses.
Yeah. So, and that takes us from Tixpit. The next thing on the list is the Protean. And
Skid it, bitch.
yeah, let's do get it. Let me find, where did I just
Oh,
set-
come on. I can't even get a fucking missile. I'm gonna fucking cry.
Well, where the fuck? I just had it. God damn it. I am the king of
Before
losing
today.
shit I just had. There it is. So I need a fort save from. I need a fort save from. I need to look at this real quick. Where is? I need to look the spell up.
Great.
Salvo. And it's gotta be. Spring for your finger. Ranged attack against the EAC. So. Let's see. Where was I at here? It's gotta. Oh, where is that? Well. Okay. Oh, wow. Well. So what it's gonna do is it's gonna make an attack here. Captain Zai, does a 30 hit your armor class?
I honestly.
Commodore. Your EAC.
No, I can hit him behind me. Because I'm in power armor, so shouldn't I count as partial cover?
Okay, then does 30 hit your EAC, Burnward?
It doth not.
It doth not? Ooh, he
No,
misses.
sir.
Good.
Sweet, he misses then.
Good, because I would have hit by 1 in EAC, but it's not.
Well, that takes it to Rek. Rek is the next on the list.
Fuck him up, Rack!
Well, Rack would go boom, boom, boom. This is a 28
Ooh.
hit.
Barely misses. Ice chunks go flying by it, barely, just like within millimeters of its face.
I'm glad that you went metric.
And now it's Zai.
I'm going to go gravity mode. There it is. So does the 33 hit?
33. That does hit.
Cryo. That's 40 damage.
40. Nice, nice.
Now you gone and done. Now you gone and done it. Captain Zydun pulled his gun. I like that.
So
By 4.
Sentinel will also activate this round, which I'll look it up. I think it gives me a bonus to my initiative, but that's it. Alright, but yeah, that's what I do.
All right. Yeah, and you were using a Gelid. What were you using? Called?
I'm using a Shiny Gillet Cryo, so that's Ice Dance.
Cryo, what? Is it a pistol, a rifle, a heavy weapon?
Shotgun.
It's a shotgun, basically.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. The ice
It's the
shards. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
It's the same basic thing that both Ashira and Besa have one of.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So you. I thought they had swagger hand cannons. Either way, yeah, you managed to hit it and embed several, scrape. It's one of those deals where like several chunks of ice hit it, and draw like small lines of ichor or blood or whatever, and it just sort of hisses. But from there, it goes to Ryan, Bernward, and Hafis in whatever order you guys want to do that in.
Well, I'm blasting an AoE, so it might be a good idea for me to go first. I don't know what you guys want to do.
Go ahead.
All right. So Bernward's targeting this tile right here. And that's just going to make this attack probably automatically hit unless I roll a 1. So let's get jinxed by RNGesus, y'all. Hey! So yeah, that definitely hits the DC of 15. So what is 1/4 of 47?
Well, it's going to be, what is half of 47 is going to be 23 rounded, 23, then apply the damage resistant. So that leaves 13. So we said 13 back. So, I mean, it's.
So yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So that would end up being 34.
Right. So you'd
So
send
yeah. Bernward sends the missile, and he's also going to blast his shoulder-mounted machine gun.
Can he do both at the same time? And does he
Yes.
take penalties for that?
He would take the penalty of -2, which is fine. I don't really expect this machine gun to actually hit, but I would be remiss if I wasn't using my action economy to the best of its ability.
Alright.
Yeah, 24 KAC probably doesn't hit, does it?
No, it does not.
Nah, I figured as much, but yeah, just boom and chuk 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 as like Bernward just coldly stares forward and fires.
Okay.
And that would be Bernward's turn.
And I also need to... And it fucks up the walls. It blows holes in a lot of the walls. It fucks up the floor plating. There's a big, janky fucking destruction field right there. But
hell yeah,
it seems to have taken some damage. Not as much as you would have necessarily hoped, but it still does, some good damage.
We're softening the target right now. I'm not gonna kill it in one hit, but most certainly I could take it down a few hit points.
Alright, Hafis, Ryan.
I'll go.
And Ryan next, okay.
Yeah. So Ryan's not moving. He's activating his exocortex, the targeting features.
Okay.
So that now moves all my attacks on that creature up to level equivalent.
Okay.
It's in the second range increment of my plasma rifle, so I'm going to take the -2 with the 3, so I get a +1 bonus to my range attack.
Okay. Ooh, what do you know? That actually hit.
Hey, nice.
And plasma is
energy and fire.
Energy and fire is electricity and fire, so it's only going to take the 11 points from the fire there, because it would have reduced its damage reduction of 10 kills the plasma damage.
Yep.
So, all right.
But we're hitting it.
Hell yeah, we are.
Yeah. And Hafis.
Oh. Hafis will. Oh no, he's.
Are you there? Yeah, we're having a hard time hearing you.
How about now?
All right. And it's a.
And that misses, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fired 5 missiles. And I think that's kind of, and that's one quick round. That is our one quick round for the Zai group. So that brings us to the end of the session. Maybe we close off on like this sort of nearly heroic looking stand, very heroic looking stand of all this beef fucking standing around shooting lots of big weapons at this thing. And it's still standing. Like maybe it's like the last scene is like all of this chunks of ice and then the explosion and there's still smoke and you guys are like firing at it. And when the smoke clears, it's still standing there hissing at you. And that's where we get that's where the scene goes to black.
Hell yeah.
Everybody start sending me your Player's Choice Awards, and we're going to go ahead and get the sign-off started. And let's start with Xander.
All right, that's me.
No, it's not.
Wow.
Scott's realization every time that it's him.
Shoot, I don't even remember my own name most of the time. I'd like to remember my alter mental stability states names. I don't know how to describe it. So, my birth name is Scott. I played Xander. Which, you know, he's trying to make friends and keep friends. I don't know what he's doing. He's having fun trying to figure out how to not end the world. Or maybe he wants to end the world. I don't know. We'll figure that out. What else am I in? Okay, we got instruments on Wednesday. My bad. We're playing night. And the world's ending tomorrow. So, that'll be fun. We'll deal with that. Where am I? What else am I in? I don't remember. I have bad memory. I'm old. We got New Amsterdam where I play Spat every other Thursday. And I just heal people. I'm just here. You get hurt, come to me, and I'll make you feel better in that one. And then Cosmos, which is now on Friday, or play Anduin. And I hope we're almost done with this dream thing because this is kind of boring. And I'm about ready to fuck up this dude's brain by starting to fucking like attack everything because this is boring. Okay, that'll be a bad idea, but he's getting bored. That's all we know. I don't have a clue. I'm in other stuff too, so just figure out. I don't know. I'm bored.
All right. I still need Player's Choice Award votes from Xander and Ashira.
Can I be next in sign-offs, by the way, please?
Okay. Go for it then.
All right, hello everybody. My name is Mike, also known as Win 5 Get 1 Free, and you have caught me tonight playing Paralictor X Paralictor Burnward, a cop. You can also and he's getting to use his missiles. That means that is a happy, essentially space marine. Pretty glad about that. You can also catch me on Thursdays. This Thursday is going to be Project Severovo, where things are about to get wacky and wild. More so than they have been. How do I keep jumping the shark? Jump different sharks. Other Thursdays you can catch me on running New Amsterdam, where we just ended the chapter The Bridge and the Dame, which was a pretty good introductory chapter to New Amsterdam. Now, it's going to be a lot more a la carte missions from here on out. Players are going to get to kind of choose where they want to go and what they want to do. Very excited about that. Catch me also on Sunday mornings for Yakshas, where Frank is back, baby, and he is not the same as he was. It is an issue, but it's also, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, that is gonna be me.
All right. Let's go to Vesa next. Amy.
Vesa got.
She's gone.
Yeah, Vesa left
She had
like
to
a
jump.
while ago.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. Family stuff. Then let's move on to Computer King, let's go with you next.
I'm the Computer King, the supervillain of streaming, and I was running away from a big monster because that thing hurts. It hurts a lot. And lucky I have a climb speed naturally. My little people have 4 arms, so I look like a tiny little Goro.
Tiny little Goro.
Yep,
But
3-foot tall Goro. It's hilarious.
But with blue skin and like little vestigial horns.
Yeah.
Cone horn.
Yep. And on Wednesdays, I run from hench to mensch. So end of the world seems to be coming, and you know, heroes are trying to fight the big bad guy, while the not so big bad guys that I'm running as players, they're getting away with lots of shit. So on every other Thursday, I'm in New Amsterdam, where I play a guy who works for the Corps and looks like a young Forrest Whitaker. On Fridays now is Tales from the Cosmos, where I play one of 3 different characters with very interesting personalities and strange accents. And on Sundays, I'm in Yakshas, playing John Howler Zulu, who drives a big monkey mech. Yes, I said a monkey mech, but actually he's an ape. And yes, his name is Kong, of course. If you drive something that looks like a gorilla and is 100 feet tall, you'd call it Kong too. So, other than that, you can find me when I stream at The Computer King on Twitch. See ya, folks.
Awesome. Let's go over to Twinkle.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Cyrus Smith. Today you caught me playing Twinkle Bailey, the isekai who did a lot of running around. Hey, let's go to the embassy. Maybe he's there. Nope, he's there. All right, let's just kidnap this person. Does it feel like I have ADHD yet? Anyways, you can also find me on oh gosh, brain fart. Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays, and including today. So just, tune into each of those days. Honestly, you should tune in every day, even when we're not running, because you should watch our reruns on Twitch or YouTube or all of that other fun stuff. So that's me.
Alrighty, then Brian, why don't you go next?
Yes, I'm Brian. I played Ryan O'Dragon. Today, finally got into combat. Yay. Hopefully we can get a little bit more next week. And currently, this is the only thing I'm doing. I just need to verify when Cosmos is out of this dream sequence they're doing. And then I should be back in with those guys. But, yeah, we'll figure that out. And that's it for now.
Alrighty. Zai.
Oh,
Commodore.
I play Captain Zai. Can you not hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
How about now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Hi, I play Captain Zai on Monday nights. It's a lot of fun. We're about to get our asses handed to us by this crazy creature, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Especially if Burnward manages to get his ass kicked for a while. That's always nice to see a tank get hit. And let's see. That's the only thing I'm really in right now. My friends Purple Codex and my friend Amy Gedden, who's not here, do have TeePublics, and they sell awesome stuff on their TeePublics. You should check it out, because right now everything is 35% off. And if you buy a t-shirt from one of them, they get 50 cents. So please give them the quarters they need to survive. Someone else, you can finish this commercial.
I don't have anything today, unfortunately.
God for slacking lately, man.
I know. Without James, the rest of us just can't get it going. He's the full energy behind this sometimes.
He really is. Well, him and Mike.
Yeah. Every once in a while, I might have the energy, but
When you want it, then we got it. Come on over to Naughty.
Ding.
There you go. Now on to Purple Codex.
I just like the ding part. Ding. Hey guys. So I had planned to stream this week, that was and today it happened too. Luckily I woke up in time for almost in time for Starfinder, but like I was gonna try to stream, but man, my bed was so comfortable, and I didn't wake up till like 8:30 each day, and then I gotta be at work at 10, and I was like, I'm a terrible person. Like I was so lazy this week. Ow! And now the cat's trying to eat my feet. Stop it!
Yep. That's what you get for being lazy.
I know. You gotta pay my dues. So yeah, we're gonna hope that next week is better. I do want to say thank you. I got a donation towards my headset. That's amazing, and I'm super excited because this one's literally trying to die. The one I have now is the Artemis Spectrum 933, and it's my second one. Like, the first one was black, this one's white, but I'm like, you know what? They don't last that long, so like I'm gonna try a different headset this time. So we'll see. But anyway, other than that, I don't really have anything. Yeah, no, that's it. I'm Purple Codex.
All right. Well, I guess that brings it back around to me. First of all, in the immortal words of the match sellers, I'm growing a beard. I don't know. I can't confirm that. I have a lot of hair on my.
I can confirm I've never seen you. I don't want to say.
You've seen me with a beard.
Not yet, but you grow thin beards, bro.
Well, here's the thing.
I'm glad you said it.
No, see, I usually only do the goatee. Like, Chris actually got to see me do, like, the full beard for a while, right before.
Does it look like an Amish beard?
It looked crazy. I actually have a picture. I actually sent it to, like, one of my friends, and they were like, I've seen that picture before, and sent me back a picture of Gandalf. And I'm like, well, maybe not quite that long. But it is getting to be that white, so it's getting closer to that shade.
Just, I want you to dye your beard. Just dye it brown. I want to see what it actually looks like.
Here's the thing. By the time I don't know, and it's at this point it's all starting to go gray and white. I don't know. Second of all, Player's Choice Award tonight goes to Twinkle. You're gonna get an extra 900 experience points there.
Yay.
Everybody. I think everybody latched onto it when you said, we're just going to kidnap this guy.
I mean, no words need to be minced. We're going to kidnap him because he stole our shit. And by our shit, I mean our person. So, fuck him. We're going to Reservoir Dogs this shit.
The above and beyond that, everybody give yourself 5,000 XP. And with that said, I am the Just a King Zerat. You can catch me here on Monday nights for Fire Shrike. Eventually you'll be able to catch me here again for other things, but with me being on third shift and putting my schedule back together, I'm trying to get Ballad of Menagerie back for Sundays. But I forgot yesterday was the 4th of July. So that was kind of and I'm trying to run up enough cast to make it work. But that may be that may be a thing that's gonna happen at some point if I can get that shit rolling again. Other than that, you can catch me on my other channel of Zerat every now and again. I think my issue with streaming like video games and stuff is, much like Codex, I'm working third shift, so I wake up and I pretty much just get my shit together to go to work. But I don't go to bed very quickly after I get off work, so I just stream when I get off work. Difference between now and when I worked on second shift is now it's daytime when I'm staying up too late streaming and doing stuff. And I was doing Sims 4 last time. I might do a little bit of Fallout. Fallout 4. I might do a little bit of this, that, and the other. I haven't decided yet. Other than that, I believe that's all we got for tonight. So let's get an RIP Fern and get out of here. RIP Fern.
I love